Good morning. So, we are coming into the first chapter of the paper Introduction to Communication and Journalism. As I told you in the last class, this is your complementary paper. As you know, you have two complementary papers named Social and Cultural History of Britain, and the other one is Introduction to Communication and Journalism. And you had the history paper in your first semester, and in the second semester we are having the paper Introduction to Communication and Journalism, and we will be repeating the same paper, I mean journalism paper, in the third semester, and you will have British history in the fourth semester. This is a structure of your complementary papers in your degree. Okay. Now, let's come to the first chapter. I have given you an outline of this of the syllabus of this paper in the last class. Now, we just begin with the first chapter, and the name of the chapter is Fundamentals of Communication. So, we are coming into the very basic thing of communications. That is why they named the chapter as Fundamentals of Communication. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn what is communication and different definitions of communications. Then, what are the elements of communications and the types of communication. These are the things that we are going to come across with or in this chapter. So this is a very basic things. So these are the basic things of communications. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. This is an introduction to communication. As we all know, communication is a process, right? It's a process of sharing information or providing entertainment by speaking, writing, or other methods. So, in general, we can say that communication is a process of sharing information or providing entertainment by speaking, writing, or other methods. So, for example, we human beings have developed various methods to communicate with each other, right? We have developed many methods like gestures, signs, symbols, language, and other modern means to communicate, to share our ideas between people. Sometimes we are sharing our ideas with gestures, right? If somebody asked you, have you had your food? You may nod your head to say, or instead of saying yes. So that is a gesture, and through this gesture, you are communicating the other person. So we can use gestures, we can use signs, we can use symbols, and moreover, we can use language. It's a very important thing. Language is a very important element of communication. So these are the things we can use for communicating or sharing ideas between people. And we could see in this text other modern means. We can also use modern technologies, email, internet, television, radio. All these can be used as a medium or a method to communicate with other people. So this is an introduction of communication, and see, let's see from where did the word communication origin. See, communication, it's a word that has been originated from the Latin word communis. Communis means common, and that denotes the act of imparting, conveying, or exchanging ideas through speech, writings, or signs. See, if I am speaking of something to my friend, I'm just familiarizing my ideas to my friend through the communication. So I'm just making common of my idea to my friend by speaking or by communicating with him. So that is why the Latin word communis, which means common, we are making an idea common to other people through communication. So that is the meaning of the word communication. That is the origin of the word. It is from Latin word communis, and which means common. You know why common? As I told you, we are just familiarizing, we are just making common of our idea with other people. Okay. Now let's see actually how can we define in a simple words. How can we define communication in simple words? See, simply defined, communication is the art of transmitting information, idea, and attitude from one person to another. This is a very simple definition. This is this is a very simple definition for communication. It's a process. It's an art of transmitting, of exchanging, of sharing, of passing information, ideas, and attitudes from one person to another. So we are just sharing, we are just transmitting, we are just passing our ideas to another persons. That is what we can call communication. Okay. It's a process of transmitting a message from a source to an audience through a channel. See, if I am talking to somebody else, see, I'm just sharing my idea to any person. At that time, I will be the source for that message. So I'm just sharing my ideas. So I am the source of that idea because I am the person who is speaking of that particular idea. So I am the source of that particular idea, and I'm just sharing this idea through a particular channel to a receiver. For example, if I'm talking to my friend through telephone, for example, see, whenever I am speaking of a thing or an idea, I am the source, and my friend who is receiving this idea is the receiver of this message, and the things that I am talking is a message that I am sharing, and the telephone is a medium that carries my idea. So in a communication process, we will have some elements. There will be a source, and that source is producing the idea, and there will be a message. Okay, and that message will be carried by a medium, and after sharing or after transmitting this idea through a medium, there will be a receiver to receive this message. So this is how a communication process occurs. I hope you understand. So whenever a person, for example, if I am speaking to you, see, I am taking classes to you, and here I am the source of this message. I am giving you lectures, I am giving you classes. So I am the person who is the source of these messages. So I am the source, and I'm giving you some ideas, some informations through my voice. So that information is the message, and I'm just giving this through my mobile phone. So the mobile phone is carrying my message. So mobile phone is a medium for the communication, and you students are receiving my message. So you are the receivers of this communication process. So this is how a communication process happens. See, for example, in a conversation, which is the most common type of communication. As we know, conversation is the most common type of communication. The person who speaks is the source, and the person who listens is the audience, the receiver. So there is a person who is speaking, and he is the source of that message, or who is a source in this communication. And there will be some listeners, and they are called audience. And what is transmitted by person who speaks is message. If the things that person speaks is called message, and the spoken voice carried through the air is a channel. So if two people are talking each other, there will be a source, and there will be a message and a receiver, and their voice or their message is carried by the air. The air will be the channel of that particular conversation. So this is how communication process happens, and we will have some definitions in your textbook, or definitions of communications. Let's see what are the communication definitions. See, Ban and Hawkins, they define communication as the process of sending and receiving messages through channels which establish common meaning between a source and a receiver. So this is a definition of Ban and Hawkins. So they define communication as a process. As we know, it's a process. What process is this? Of sending and receiving messages. So there will be a sender and a receiver, and they are sending and receiving this message. Then there will be a channel. So through a channel which establish and after this communication, they will establish a common meaning between a source and a receiver. See, if I am taking you classes, if I am giving you some information that is not a common thing for you, that is a strange piece of information for you, whenever I am communicating with you with this information, that information will be a common thing between us. See, if I am talking to my students as for example, New York City is the capital of United States. If I am talking to my students as New York City is the capital of United States, when I am sharing this information, if that information is a new one to my listener, I am just making a common meaning between myself and my listeners by sharing this information. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, ഈ ബാൻ ആൻഡ് ഹോക്കിൻസിൻ്റെ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ പ്രകാരം കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സെൻഡിങ്ങും മെസ്സേജ് സെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക, റിസീവ് ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രോസസ്സാണ്. ഇതിലൂടെ ഒരു ചാനലിലൂടെ, ആ ചാനലിലൂടെ ഇവർ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നതിലൂടെ അവിടെ ഒരു കോമൺ മീനിങ്, പറയുന്ന ആളും കേൾക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കിടയിൽ ഒരു കോമൺ മീനിങ് എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതാണ് ഇവരുടെ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ അമേരിക്കയുടെ തലസ്ഥാനം എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മുടെ ന്യൂയോർക്ക് സിറ്റിയാണ് എന്ന് എന്നെ കേൾക്കുന്ന ആൾക്ക് അറിയില്ല എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അമേരിക്കയുടെ തലസ്ഥാനം ന്യൂയോർക്ക് സിറ്റിയാണ് എന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നതിലൂടെ ഈ ഒരു അറിവ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഈ അറിവ് എൻ്റെ കേൾവിക്കാരനിലും എന്നിലും പിന്നെ ഒരു കോമൺ അറിവായിട്ട് മാറുന്നു. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് രണ്ടാൾക്കും ഒരേപോലെ പരിചയമുള്ളൊരു അറിവായി മാറുന്നു. അതിനെ സഹായിക്കുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സെൻഡിങ് റിസീവിങ് പ്രോസസ്സിനെയാണ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് വിളിക്കുക എന്ന് ബാനും ഹോക്കിൻസും അവരുടെ ഡെഫിനിഷനിൽ പറയുന്നു. ദിസ് ഈസ് എ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ ഗിവൺ ബൈ ബാൻ ആൻഡ് ഹോക്കിൻസ്. So I'm just winding up the class today, and we will continue in the next class. Thank you.